Hello, happy Sunday. Today is Sunday. Sunday. It is Cooks with Books, and I'm going to wait a few minutes because it's telling me that they are telling people that we are on live with Cooks with Books. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes for some people to join me. So people are now realizing that it's Cooks with Books. It's Sunday and I'm excited to be here. We're making brownies. So it's called something Kisses Brownies, right? I got it offline. I don't make these recipes up. I really don't. I get them all offline. So that's my disclaimer that I get them offline. So if they come out really well, I had something to do with it. But if they don't come out really well, I got it offline. So that's my disclaimer. And that's how I escape any liability. Hi, thank you for joining me. Happy Sunday. It's E. Marie Lambert, and you are just joining Cooks with Books. I'm going to wait a few more minutes. There are people who I know are dying, have been waiting to cook with me all day. So I'm going to give them a few more minutes. I'm excited today. We're making Kiss Cup brownies. And I made a sample batch. I hope they last before my beloved Larry comes and starts sampling them. He's a little sleepy right now, so maybe I'll get through the segment without him doing it. But in the meantime, if you are cooking with me, and I hope you are, say your name. It says Tisha Jacobs Hansley. Thank you for joining me. If you have kids cooking with me, put their names in the comments. I love that. I think that's so awesome. And I'm going to put my muffin tins in my muffin pan. I have a cupcake pan somewhere, and I only see it when I'm not making cupcakes. When I'm making cupcakes, it's nowhere to be found. I have looked in every cabinet. I'm like, I think I just saw that probably 3 weeks ago. And now I can't find it. But I think I realized it's either in my pantry, and I didn't look there today. So I'm using my muffin pan, which makes really big muffins. But if you don't put as much batter in them, they are reasonably sized cupcakes. So I put mine in. I'm only making 6. If you're making more than however many cupcakes your muffin tins hold, that's what you're gonna use. And I'm also gonna get some chocolate kisses out of the freezer. Well, you know what? I'm actually not gonna get them out because we're gonna use them at the end. But hi, thank you. So Jalea from Miss Rivers class. Hi, Jalea. Happy holidays. Are you wearing your Cooks with Book apron, your True Way apron and hat? Let me know. Send me a picture. But I'm excited today. So I'm going to start with our song because we are a few minutes in and I don't know where other people are. Hi, Malachi. Malachi is on Instagram. So I have Jalea on Facebook. Hi, Tisha. That's your mom's name. Okay, so I'm so glad you both are cooking with me today. Today is our day for Cooks with Books. It's such a fun day for Cooks with Books. We'll make good treats for you to eat. We'll read good stories, new friends we'll meet. We'll sing a song or 2 or 3. While our treats bake, we'll wait happily. Books take us places that we've never been. We'll get together and do it again. I'm so excited. I keep saying that because I really am. Because today we are reading this book called I Love My Curls. And it's written and illustrated by Janae Anderson. And I love that here is her picture on the back. She's the author. And the little girl, the character in the book, is a combination of both of her daughters, which I really love. I think that's so awesome and so beautiful. It's a combination of both of her daughters. And this book, she's a wife and mother, a best-selling author that lives here in Philadelphia. And this book is all about embracing your curls. So it is kind of a poem, written in kind of a poem, aspirations, inspirational tone. And not only is it a great book, then it's also a resource guide. So it has like activities and things like that. In the back, it talks about different types of hair and how you can wear it and all that kind of stuff. It's an awesome book, and it's educational. So it's got like a seek and find in the back. And I just love this book. And I love this book also because I interviewed Miss Janae Anderson on my radio show this past Monday. And she was a phenomenal guest. It was awesome. Excuse me. And I loved hearing about her story and hearing the inspiration behind this book. So I told her that we would feature and read this book today. Here's another thing that people have started pointing out to me. My hat is big today because I have all my hair pulled back. People have started pointing out that when I read to you, the photos are backwards, right? Because that's, it's a camera angle. And I get that. And they said, if I flip the camera, then I can't see what I'm reading. So that's a challenge. So my goal when I'm reading any story or any book is for you to really listen. I love showing you the pictures, and even though they are reversed, you can still see the pictures, the colors, and the illustrations, and the different mediums that are used, which I love. But it's also to inspire you to go out and get the book. And here, this is an African-American author, which I love supporting. She's a mom and a wife, and she's self-published. So you can buy this book on Amazon or wherever they sell books. But if you go to her website, I Love My Curls, it's ilovemycurlsbook.com. And I'll say that again at the end. You can buy the book directly from her. And then that cuts out some of the middleman costs that she's had to incur when you go to like Amazon and Barnes and Noble and things like that. So I Love My Curls. ilovemycurlsbook.com. You can go and buy the book directly from her. And she gets to keep a little more of the funding, because self-publishing a book, I haven't done it yet. I'm getting there, but I hear it's very expensive and it can be very time consuming. And if you can support her that way, I think she would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. And it's a great book. I have a book about male hair too. It's called Crown. And I think I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to read that maybe next week if we don't get to it today. But we're going to get started because we are making Kiss Cup brownies. And I hope you have all your ingredients. I'm going to wash my hands again because I feel like I've been touching stuff. Excuse me one moment. But I'll sing you a little song. I have my song list. Oh, I'll sing a little song while I do it. So you may not see me, but you can hear me. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? The king was in his counting house, eating bread and honey, counting all his money. The queen was in the parlor, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging out her clothes. And along came a blackbird and nipped off her nose. So it is holiday season. This is winter holiday season, and I love, and I've said this before, I love the spirit of the holidays. I'm not so much into the commercialism of the holidays, but I love the spirit of the holidays, and I do love gift giving. I don't mean to sound like a Scrooge. I love gift giving. I like to give meaningful gifts and gifts that are important and significant. I'm not a person who just loves stuff, so I don't really need stuff and stuff that people aren't connected to. When I give a gift, it's because it's something that I feel like you're going to be connected to or respond to. And I also don't just give gifts willy-nilly. I give it to people who have, I believe, impacted my life in some way, shape, or form throughout the year. And this is a time of year when, we've chosen to make sure that we say thank you. Although you can do it any time of year, because I'm that kind of person. I do that. But I have lined my muffin pan, right? And I'm going to turn this way so you guys can see that a little more. So I have lined my muffin pan, and I used this bowl earlier to make my other batch, because I always have to make a sample batch, right? So I did that, and I made a sample batch. So I'm just going to reuse this bowl here, and we're going to start the process. We're going to start the process. We're going to start the process. We're going to start the process right now. I'm waiting for Broadway to call me any day. I think I could do like Disney voices or Disney songs. That's what I would love to do. I would love to do that. Anywho's it. I don't know. I kind of have a big voice, and I don't see me singing like small and cute like that, really. So I take that back. But we're going to start with a 1/3 cup of softened butter. And I have had my butter sitting out so it's nice and soft. I use a vegan butter spread but you don't have to. You can use whatever butter you have. But I'm going to dump my butter in here. Dump my butter in here. And then it's said to have your eggs room temperature. So I cracked my eggs and I had them sitting out. You know what I think I'm going to do next week? I think I'm going to because remember how I used to sit the cameras on the counter and you got less of the back of me? And I think that's hard for me that you guys get the back of me. This is my 1/3 cup here. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. But it says to put the butter in and then a cup of sugar. So I have 3/4 cup of where's my butter? A third cup of softened butter, and then it's 1 cup of sugar. So I'm going to put my 1 cup of sugar in, right? And then we're going to just kind of mix and mash. I'm going to sit this right here for now. We're going to mix and mash the sugar. I'm going to sit that there. Mix and mash the butter and the sugar. So you want to mix that a little bit so it's nice and soft and kind of creamy. So we're going to mix that. And then after that, we're going to pour the egg in. So you should beat your eggs and let them sit for a minute if you haven't. Beat your eggs and let them sit for just a minute. But I don't really think it makes a whole lot of difference because at the end of the hour, you want something that really tastes good, right? And yeah, I don't think that it's that deep. So I have smashed my butter and my sugar. Hi, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining Cooks with Books. I am E. Marie Lambert. I'm excited today. We are making kiss button brownies. And it's really just a brownie with a Hershey's Kiss in the middle. It's pretty fun. Pretty good. So we just mixed a 1/3 cup of softened butter in the bowl and a cup of sugar. And now we're going to mix in 2 large eggs. So they are room temperature because they've been sitting out for a little bit. I'm just going to mix them up a little. Larry, now y'all know Larry's going to try my cupcakes. I need you not to do that yet, okay? I'll share them with you in a little bit, okay? All right, so you going to go watch television? Go ahead. Where are you going to go? Go ahead. So if you don't know, Larry is my beloved husband. He and I just celebrated 30 years. Larry, excuse me 1 minute. Okay, I need you not to eat the cupcakes. Okay, go that way. Go that way. Go that way. So, I'm sorry. Larry's eating the sample cupcakes. So, Larry and I have been married for 30 awesome years. We have 2 beautiful children. And Larry is disabled. He's had a series of strokes. So, he's kind of childlike a lot, which some days he's very headstrong and determined, like children. And some days he pretends that he's more childlike than he is and pretend he doesn't really understand what's happening. However, he's my love bug. And although he never helps to make the treats or clean up the treats, he is really good at eating the treats. But sometimes I have to put them up. And I really should have put them up. But he's having his already. So that's okay. So, but you might see me in the middle of anything that I'm doing. Larry's my first priority, so sometimes I may have to stop. Sometimes he joins me on camera, sometimes he doesn't. But here, so we're going to pour the egg, and this is 2 eggs. We're going to put in 2 eggs. We're going to put in 2 eggs. But again, I was saying this is holiday season. Lots of holiday music, right? And one of the reasons that I probably haven't worked on Broadway or Disney is because I am lyrically challenged. I don't remember all the words to any song mostly. It's terrible. Especially theme songs. Like I know like my kids' songs, because I taught preschool for 30 years. So I'm pretty good with a lot of those songs. And that's why I burst into those songs all the time. But a lot of the other songs, I don't remember all the words. It's not my gifting. It's not my gift. God had to give somebody something. And remembering lyrics is not mine, which is really funny. So we're mixing the egg in to the sugar and the butter. We're mixing the egg into the sugar and the butter. Right? We're going to stir that. And then the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Where's my teaspoon? This my teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we're going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla. That reminds me of a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Medicine go down. Medicine go down. A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down in the most delightful way. And there it is. But instead of a spoonful of sugar, we put in a spoonful of vanilla. So we're going to add that. We added our eggs. We added our sugar. And we're going to add 3/4 cup of flour. Right? So here is my flour. So this is my my 3/4, a third cup of flour. This is the one that had the butter in it. But you know what? I'm just kind of pour it in here. Right? There we go. And kind of level it off a little bit. So it's not too much. And there we go. Right? It won't even kill the flour. So we're putting that in. I think in baking, measurements are important. However, sometimes I eyeball it a little, right? I play a little fast and loose with my mixing. So I'm going to mix in the flour. So now we have a teaspoon of vanilla, a cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of softened butter, and 3/4 cup of flour that we've put in. and 2 room temperature eggs. And now we're going to add a half a cup of baking cocoa. Here's my baking cocoa. Here's my quarter cup, so I'm going to put 2 of these. So a half a cup of baking cocoa. So that's what makes it chocolate. That's what makes it chocolate, right? So I use my quarter cup, so I'm putting in 2 to make it a half. There it is. So that's in there. And then we need a quarter teaspoon of baking powder. A quarter teaspoon of baking powder. That's in there. And a quarter teaspoon of salt. Now, I only have kosher salt because I don't really buy table salt and I typically don't use it. But I'm using this salt right here, and I hope that it doesn't make it too salty. But I've baked without using the salt that they recommend, and let's see, just a little bit more. And it definitely kind of changes the flavor just a little bit. But we're gonna see. Won't kill us, right? So I think we put everything in. And now we're just gonna mix it, stir it. It's 226, so we want to get these in the oven by 2:30 because they take about 20 to 25 minutes to bake. So, and then the Hershey's Kisses, it says to put them in when you bake them, but I did that with my first batch and they disappeared. They literally fell down inside the cup. So not doing that again. So this time I did stick some in after they got out of the oven. So I think after they come out of the oven, however many you make, when they come out of the oven, then you're going to stick your Hershey's Kiss upside down in the center of the cupcake, okay? Of your brownie cake, the brownie cup. So we are stirring. Milk in the batter. We bake cake and nothing's the matter. Stir it, mix it. That's from In the Night Kitchen. But yeah, there's lots of holiday songs, and I don't want to get into singing holiday songs too much because so many of us celebrate different things or not celebrate at all, right? And I really want to be inclusive, you know, because I don't think that singing holiday songs in particular is indicative of the holiday. Like, you don't have to. I love holiday songs and holiday music because I listen to it all the time, and it can be really fun. However, let's see. Ooh, look how good this is looking. Mine's is looking really good and chocolatey. Can you guys see that? Look how chocolatey mine's is looking. I hope yours is looking like that. And it smells really good too. It smells really chocolatey, right? So you want to stir it, make sure it's mixed really well. And then you're going to fill your cups or your muffin tins like a third full, like three quarters. You don't want to fill it all the way to the top because it's got to have room to rise, right? So, and I filled mine 3/4 and they rose pretty well. So, but I'm going to use this, right? And I'm going to fill them. So this is a good time to fill your cups. And then as soon as we get them in the oven, we're going to read our book, I Love My Curls, which is written and illustrated by a local Philadelphia author and mom, Miss Janae Anderson, which I think is just awesome. I think it's just awesome to write a book. I think it's just awesome to write a book. I'm working on writing a couple of books. I've actually written some. I have to move forward with the next step in the process. So that's where I am. So when my books come out, people, I need you to buy. Hi, Emil and Leah in London. Hi. Thank you. Philly Autism it has joined, and the Ludlow School. Thank you for joining me. So we are putting these in the oven. And little Emil, Prince Emil, that's what I call him. I can't believe how big he's gotten. So Leah and London can't stay today. They're not cooking with us. They just stopped to say hi. And Miss Rivers, they just stopped in to say hi. But I'm going to put these here because otherwise I'm making a big mess. Right? But thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. So we're doing that. Let's see. I have to join Miss Rivers' class. Maybe I can do one day this week before we all go out on holiday break. I would love to come in and just did I do songs with you guys, or I think I just did songs with you guys. But awesome. But I will thank you, Danielle. She says she will buy and share. I think that's so important to support people, right? Let's see. Because I try to do that. I have lots of products and things. I think that's so important when people follow their passions and their dreams and their purpose and use their gifts. I really try to support that. And it's not necessarily always things that I could personally use, but sometimes I share them with other people. And I also love that I have the platform of my radio show to be able to highlight some of those things and those businesses for people. I have to be careful because there is a protocol for that, and I can't do that all the time because, with the radio, there are like advertising fees or sponsor fees that I have to adhere to. But so I have some leeway in mentioning certain products and businesses and things like that, but I have to be careful because, again, I don't ever want to be out of, protocol or go against the station policies. There's a lot of rules when you do radio. But on here, I can do what I want, right? And you see all kinds of stuff on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm not going to fill these all the way up. I have a little more dough, a little more batter left, but I don't want them to be too full and run all over. So I'm going to pop these in the oven. It is 232, and I'm going to pop them in. Oh, hey guys, yeah, I did songs last time. Maybe we can work on something out for this week. If you have some time, we have a few presentations going on all week. So depending on my availability. So I've been talking with Miss Rivers, and she is from, I can never remember the name of the Montessori school she works at, but they're an awesome group of students. So I've been the guest in her classroom a couple of different times. And if you're a teacher or an educator or you run a program and you'd love to have me as a guest, I can come in and sing songs. I can come in and read some stories. And I also can facilitate some quick little virtual activities. So I would love to do that. Moorhead, that's Moorhead Montessori School in North Carolina. I believe it's Durham, North Carolina. So we just put that in the oven. These I'm just gonna leave this sit right here because I'll probably bake a couple more muffins later. And I'm just gonna toss these things in the sink here. I usually try to wait until the end, but sometimes my crazy won't allow it. I have to do it right then. Okay, so we're gonna move over to the table so that we can read our story while our cupcakes bakes. And you know what? Did I put the baking powder in? Does anybody remember me putting the baking powder in? I think I did, and the salt. I think we're good. Let's see. We shall see. So we are moving over to the table, and we're going to do some reading. Let's see. I need to rinse my hands. Give me a moment. My hands are a little sticky. Hold on. Hold the line, please. Hold the line, please. Larry, what are you going to do, honey bunch? What are you going to do? Sit in your chair. Sit in your chair. No, not yet, honey. So, before we read, I want to share the True Way apron and chef hat. We have two sizes, one for smaller kids and one for taller kids. And they are $20 and I will mail them to you. All you have to do is send me a direct message and I can mail them to you. They are really cute, right? And if you are wearing your apron and hat, send me a picture and I'm going to post it. I'll post them. So, but they're pretty cute, they're washable, they're durable. But like I said, we have a smaller size and a larger size. So they're good for kids up till about probably 11 or 12. And good for kids as small as 3. So it works. So, but we're going to read. So I don't know if you guys noticed, I have been reading without my glasses, right? I've been cooking today without my glasses. Let's see, I'm going to bring this down and I'm going to bring this down. So here are what the cupcakes look like that I baked earlier, right? And this is with the kiss in the middle. Now there's another kiss lost in there, but here's what they look like. So at the end, while they're hot, you're going to press a Hershey's Kiss down in the center. And I'm going to just move these over because while I am busy, my beloved will come and help himself several times if I allow. So there they are. So we're going to read. So while you are, while our brownie cups are baking, let's look out for the smell, because the smell lets you know when they're getting close to being done, and you don't want to burn them, okay? And you don't want to miss the window of putting a Hershey's Kiss in the center when they're pretty hot. So it might be something that your parents will have to help you do, definitely to help your kids get them out of the oven. And the kisses go upside down in the middle so that the flat side is up. So this is I Love My Curls. And again, I know that the pictures and illustrations are backwards from your view, but I want you to hear the words because I think they are so beautiful. And I'm still going to show you the pictures. And this is autographed to me from Janae Anderson, the author herself. And she says, thank you for supporting the I Love My Curls movement. And I love this because it's embracing young people, in particular young girls, to embrace their natural hair. The book dedication. This book is dedicated with love to my daughters, Midori and Devlin, the miracles of my life. This book is also heartfully dedicated to my little cousins, Kaylin in London. Continue to shine and fill the world with glitter. For the curly-headed girls, let this book serve as a reminder of how amazing you are. Just open this book and remember that you are magic. Rocking My Curls. It says, attach a picture of yourself here. So it's kind of like a self-guided journal, if you will. It's really cool. Okay. So yeah, I did sing and do stories. So I have another fun activity for you guys that I can do. My hair, oh my curly hair. I love how it grows up and down and left to right. Oh, what a beautiful curly sight. My curls twist round and loop-de-loop, twisty-turny as I go about. I love my curls the most when they are wild and free, blowing in the wind like the leaves of a sycamore tree. There are so many ways I can wear my hair. I can wear it up in one afro puff or two. I can style my hair in Bantu knots through and through, a pretty bun, 2-strand twist, and listen at all the ways she can wear her hair. And cornrows adorned with beads or barrettes. Wearing my curls in an afro is as good as it gets. I love, love, love the pictures. So these are her daughters on the back. I love my curls the most when they are wild and free blowing in the wind like the leaves of a sycamore tree. So basically, that's the end of the book. And I love the affirmations in the book. And then here is the resource guide. And in the resource guide, it talks about what is natural hair. Natural hair means the original texture of your hair. Hair processed with chemical straighteners such as texturizers and relaxers are not considered natural hair because the natural hair texture has been changed or straightened from its natural state. Natural hair refers to the texture and not length of hair. If you do not wear wigs, hair weaves, or extensions, but you chemically process your hair every so often, the hair is not considered natural. Is natural hair straightened by heat still considered natural hair? Yes, natural hair straightened by hot combs, blow dryers, flat irons is still considered natural hair because once the hair is washed, it reverts back to its natural texture. This can be debated if heat damage occurs. Heat damage occurs when too high of a heat setting is used to straighten the hair. The high heat damages the hair follicle, preventing the curls to snap back, altering the original form of the curl. So that's a question. If you straighten your natural hair or blow dry it or use it, is it still considered natural hair? And yes, it is. Hi, Tariq. Okay, so here's another question. If I dye my hair, am I still considered natural? Yes, coloring your natural hair is only changing the natural color of your hair, but is not particularly altering its texture. This is debated somewhat within the natural hair community because permanently dyeing your hair is a chemical process where bleach and various levels of peroxides are used to alter the color of the hair sometimes resulting in looser curl patterns after dyeing natural hair. Okay, so what is the difference between transitioning hair and a big chop? She says, transitioning is a choice to go from chemically altered hair, which means relaxers, texturizers, to natural hair. Transitioning involves alleviating heat and cutting chemicals and relaxer off your hair strands. Transitioning will help you retain length while you slowly trim off damaged ends until your hair transitions back to its natural state. So you can change your hair from, you can have chemically treated hair and then revert back to natural hair. It's not the end of the world. And what I love about this book is it's not bashing people who chemically treat their hair or color their hair or wear wigs or weaves or whatever. This is just a book talking about natural hair. And I love that. I think that's so important. So here's a positive affirmation if you are just starting out wearing your natural curls and you feel a little self-conscious about it. You feel a little nervous about it. You feel like your hair isn't perfect or it doesn't look the way that other people's look or that you want it to look. Here's something for you to say. My curls are magical. Say that to yourself. My curls are magical. Okay, so what is a protective style? Protective styles are styles worn in place of wearing the hair loose. A protective style is a style that protects the oldest and most fragile part of the hair strand, the ends. These styles help to keep your ends tucked away and protect it from the daily maintenance and manipulation of your hair by combing, brushing, detangling, washing, and conditioning. These maintenance rituals can leave hair in a fragile state. Protective styles can promote hair growth because you are not constantly styling or manipulating your hair, causing shedding and breakage. Protective styles are low-maintenance style options that provide a break from everyday manipulation and the key to hair health. In a minute, honey. So let's be clear. Protective hairstyles, although a great low-maintenance styling option, can cause tension and breakage. So you want to be careful. Just because it is a protective style does not mean it will protect your hair. Make it your business to not overwear protective styles for too long. Do not install protective styles that are too small, like micro braids, cornrows, or twists, and tight. It can be damaging to your hairline and overall hair health. Protective styles include braids, buns, two-stranded twists, box braids, cornrows, hair weaves, extensions, and wigs, to name a few. Can I still be natural if I wear extensions, hair weaves, or wigs? If you wear a weave, extensions, or wig, you are still natural if the hair growing out of your scalp underneath is natural and not altered by a chemical straightener or relaxer or texturizer. This is also a point of debate for some of the natural hair. If natural hair is always covered up underneath a protective style where extensions or hair weave is used. Here's another question. These are some really good questions. How do I know my hair type? The original hair typing system was created by Andre Walker. Andre Walker is known as Oprah Winfrey's favorite hairstylist, and he created a broad spectrum hair typing system that breaks each hair type down into 4 types: straight, wavy, curly, and kinky, and their subcategories A, B, and there are many subcategories of hair textures that exist beyond Walker's hair typing system. Most women and girls have more than one texture of hair they are born with that this hair typing system does not address. Note, hair types 3C and 4C are not part of the Andre Walker hair typing system here. It's a shorthand version that breaks down Andre Walker's. Here is a shorthand version that breaks down Andre Walker's hair typing system. So type 1A is straight textured hair. It's very fine, shiny, thin, and soft. Gwyneth Paltrow is an example of a type 1A. 1B is more textured than type A and has more body, like Kendall Jenner. Type 1C is the most coarse of the type 1 hair types and is resistant to curly hairstyles. Celebrity Sienna Miller. I don't know who that is, but whatever. Okay. Type 2 is wavy textured hair. Type 2A is very fine and thin and is very compatible with curly or straight hairstyling. So I would say that I have a type 2A. It's fine and thin, but it's also wavy and curly, like Scarlett Johansson. Type 2B tends to exhibit waves that conform to the head shape, like Carrie Underwood. Is moderately coarse and susceptible to frizziness. Okay, that's like Daisy Fuentes. Best products for type 2 hair: light mousses, gels, and creams that do not weigh the hair down. Type 3 hair possesses a S-shaped pattern. Type 3 hair has less shine than type 1 and 2 hair types because the cuticle does not lay flat as the others. Type 3A is a loose curl with shine. And type 3B are curls that are either bouncy, spirally ringlets, or corkscrews. Ooh, it's a lot of stuff to this hair stuff. Press pause for a moment. Thank you for joining me. Is anyone smelling their brownie cups? Because I'm smelling mine. They smell delicious too. Type 3C is made up of lots of tight voluminous coils, hair packed together, like Tracy Ellis Ross. And it's best to use stylists that are lightweight, and heavier products such as butters and oils may be too heavy for that type of hair. Okay, so it goes into a lot of other hair types shapes and sizes. I'm not going to read them all, but here is a lovely picture, right? And then again, this book, I Love My Curls, written and illustrated by Janae Anderson. It has a resource guide, so that's some really good hair type information. And then there are moisturizing tips and how to maintain and keep your hair nice and moist. I love that. And here there are styling tips for toddlers and kids with curly hair, right? Or natural hair. And then there's also a word search in the back, right? Here's a word search. This book, it encompasses a lot of beautiful things, and I really love it. Let's see. And let's see what else. Positive affirmation. Here's another positive affirmation. I love that she put affirmations throughout the book. Say, my curls are beautiful and so am I. It says, you can say, my hair makes me free to be me. You can also say, my hair is the most magical hair on the planet, like me. It can do anything. And then at the end of it, she encourages you to write a love letter to your curls and write your name. So again, this book is written and illustrated by Janae Anderson. Let me pick up my hat here. She is a Philadelphia native. She is a best-selling author, wife, and mother living in Philadelphia. I Love My Curls was written in response to her own childhood experiences with negative talk and bullying for her natural hair. As a mother of 2 daughters, Janae set out to write a book that affirms positive self-image and embracing your natural hair for African American girls around the globe. And she's on Facebook, Instagram, and on the World Wide Web at ilovemycurlsbook.com. ilovemycurlsbook.com. It's a great gift. It's a great way to support a Black author and illustrator. You can get this book on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or where they sell other books. But if you get it directly from her, she gets to keep more of the profits. Hi, Angela Griffin. Oh my gosh, from Pooh Corner. How are you? So you can get it from her and my cousin Charmaine. So nice. So, but Janae Anderson, like I said, I had her as a guest on my show, on my radio show, on the Talk to Read show on Monday, this past Monday at 6 o'clock. She's a lovely, wonderful guest. So nice to see you. And I love when my families join me on live. I think it's so wonderful. I love seeing my kids. For those of you who may or may not know, I taught preschool for nearly 30 years at the same place. So I love seeing my kids grow. I love when parents post their pictures and information about them. They're doing awesome, wonderful things. And one of the things that I am adamant about is whenever they're doing wonderful things, I claim them. They get that right from me. So, but they're always my kids. And what I try not to be is the creepy old lady that when I see them out in public, because I remember when they were little and I want to run up to them and hug them and, you know, and talk to them. And they're like, wait a minute, lady. So I really pay attention to not being that. But it's always so nice to see them doing so well and just growing and just being spectacular. So, but I love the kids. I love that. And our kids, Angela and I think Maurice and Asia are the same age because they are 28. Yeah. So, and 28. So they're doing all kinds of great things. And, but so nice. But check out I Love My Curls. If you're an educator, like some of you are, a teacher, and you educate little brown girls or girls with natural curls, this is a great book to get for them. So I'm going to press pause because my brownie cups are smelling up this room. It smells like chocolate heaven in here. So I'm going to go over to the stove and get them out. All right, but I also have to put my hat back on. I try to keep my hat on when I'm in the kitchen, but for some reason it keeps falling. Let's see. Let me see. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. I look like a real chef, don't I? So I'm going to get them out of the oven, and I'll sing a little something for you while I'm at it. We're on the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way to Grandpa's farm. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a black and white cow. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a black and white cow. The cow, it makes a sound like this. Moo, moo. The cow, it makes a sound like this. Moo, moo. All right, so I'm going to bring you guys back over here because hope that didn't make you too dizzy. So my cupcakes, my brownie cups are out of the oven. And remember how I said this is a time where we're going to put the kisses in while they are still hot. So if you are cooking with a little one, it's very important. Let me move this. I'm telling you, my technical skills leave a lot to be desired. I can't lie. So if you are cooking with a little one, you want to be careful with how you handle these, because now you're going to take your Hershey's Kiss and press it upside down into the center of your brownie cup while it's hot. And then it's going to just melt and be all delicious there. They recommended doing it before when you baked it, but I did that with my first batch and they disappeared into the cupcake. So this way, into the muffin. So there it is, into the brownie. So these brownies, they smell delicious, right? And I haven't tasted them yet, but Larry, my beloved, he tried it. I'm going to turn my oven off too. Larry tried them, and I'm assuming it was very good because he came back and tried to get another one, but I didn't let him. Yep, 28, yeah. I'm Maurice in Asia, 28. Remember when you guys came, they played, Maurice was playing basketball, I remember, right? And remember when you guys came to Asia's tea party? He was one of the few boys she invited to her tea party. So funny. However, let's see. We're putting the Hershey's Kisses in the middle of our brownie cups. And then we're going to let them sit and kind of melt down a little bit, right? I'm just going to let them sit there and cool. So it is 2:58. Our cupcakes are done. I hope yours are done. If you baked with me, please post a picture and tag Trueway or Marie Lambert. Please post a picture and tag Marie Lambert or tag Trueway, or send me a DM with pictures of you cooking and of your final results. I would love to see them, and I'd also like to post them and share them with your permission. If you don't want them posted, please put that in your comments as well, but don't post them. If you can, every Monday, join me for the Talk to Reeve show on WJYN Uptown Radio 98.5 on the FM dial. I am there from 6 to 7 p.m. And I'm there from 6 to 7 p.m. And on my show, I talk about things that concern me. I'm very concerned with character and who people are and what makes them who they are. We talk about trending topics, things that are happening in the news. And I also talk about education and how we support and nurture our young people. So that's where a lot of my passion lies. And almost all of it is my opinion, unless I'm reading something, a news article. And then I also try to have interaction and bring in live guests. So I like to have guests join me live on Instagram or Facebook, and we can chat about different books or different things happening. So that's just my little niche. So I hope that you join me. Okay, Angela, take a picture and let me know how they come out. But again, thank you to everyone who joined me today. So excited for you, and I appreciate that. And somebody asked me really quickly why I started Cooks with Books. I started it back in the summertime, and as a way to, one, engage young people in literacy, and just to keep fostering and nurturing a love for books and language and expressive and receptive skills. And also, the cooking was just a fun activity. So it started one thing, and I honestly do it because it really feeds my spirit, and I hope that it does something for you all and for your kids and for your loved ones. It's a great activity to do on a Sunday afternoon, right? So I hope you appreciate that. So today was our day for Cooks with Books. It was such a fun day for Cooks with Books. I'll see you next time, and don't be late. Tell all of your friends, and don't wait to be great. Thank you all so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Let's see. End.